Where's that treasure map?
Arg, what's up, everybody? It's the Pirate Stacker coming at you. Today, let me tell you the story of this particular seated PCGS half-dollar slab. And it's kind of come full circle now, so let's jump right in. And I've got some other cool stuff too, so make sure you stick around. So, about, 3 weeks ago, I got this slab, bought it on eBay. Stupid me, I was buying a bunch at the time. I did not check that number out. You can jump on a PCGS app, you can punch in that number, and then it kicks you back the info to tell you if it's authentic or not. So I get it back, it shows up, not a real number, or not a valid number, right? Panic ensues. What do? What do they mean, not a valid number? What's that mean? I have no idea, because I didn't have any idea. I called PCGS, and I left my number. They said they'd call me back in line. I left my number. An hour later, nobody called. I call them back, and basically, I get a lady on the phone that's like, look, if the number's not valid, it's not a valid coin. It's not real. It's not legit, right? And so I'm like, cool. So I hit eBay up. I'm like, hey, bro, your coin's not valid. He's like, send it back. No problem. And I package it back up. I'm headed to the post office, and I get a call from PCGS. They're calling me back about the number I had left on the first call. I get a lady, I said, oh, hey, I since talked to somebody. They said it's not valid because the number's no good. And she goes, well, not necessarily. She says, sometimes the numbers will come down and the coin just needs to be re-verified for numerous reasons, whether it was an old slab, whether it's maintenance, whatever the case may be, that number can get removed from the site to where it doesn't show up when you punch it in. And I go, well, wait a minute, that's interesting. Okay. And she's like, here's the email, send it to us, send us pictures of it, and we'll see if we can validate. So first thing I do is I hurry because I want this coin. I like this coin. It's only an F15. It was pretty inexpensive. I got it for like 2/3 of value, but it's in good shape, right? So I run to Lou's gold mine, my pal, because I knew he had a Sigma, and I'm like, Lou, can you test this? Sure enough, he has a Sigma Pro, pulls it out. It can go through the slab because it can test sticker items, and it checks out genuine. He looks it over with his loop and says, that looks like an authentic coin to me. Well, great. I want to keep this coin. So I come home, I email them, I send them the pictures. They send me back saying, boom, we're going to check into it. We'll get back to you. Let me show you the email I got back from them initially. Boom. So PCGS customer service, if you need to know it, it is info@pcgs.com. And they've been great. They kick you back an automated response saying, we'll get back to you. And then this lady hit me back almost immediately. At least I think Isidro is a lady. It says, hello, Thomas. Thank you for reaching out to PCGS customer care. We'd be glad to assist you with this inquiry. Sometimes certs deactivate and require some research before we relist them on our website. I will have someone look into this, and I will follow up with you when I have been provided an update. In the meantime, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask. Thank you. I did have questions. So I'm like, so it could be real then. She's like, oh, it could be. There's lots of reasons, blah, blah, blah. And away we go. So that's great. So you're saying there's a chance. I love that. And there was a chance. Now, time goes by. I don't get an update. I'm checking the number. It keeps coming back. No good. Not valid. Not valid. Until 2 days ago. Now, they have not given me the all clear, and I did email them 2 days ago. But 2 days ago, I entered this number in, and the number was valid on the PCGS app. I have added it to my registry. This is a legitimate coin. It checked out through whatever their process is. So I wanted to tell you this because this was something I had no experience with. I didn't even know it was a thing. You punch in the number, it's not there. Guess what? That's got to be not valid. That's not the case. And apparently there's various reasons for them coming down. So do your due diligence, because it may be the difference between a great value on a coin or missing out on a coin. Or maybe you're trying to sell a coin and it's been took down and it's something that can be resolved. It took about 2 weeks. They have not responded to my email saying, hey, I guess we're in the clear. Otherwise, I'd show you that. But it's good, right? Like, I'm happy with that result. That was a great learning experience for me. And it worked out. All's well that ends well in the end. So that's my story. Now, that's not all I want to talk about. I want to shout out a longtime viewer, Aaron. And he's been following the channel, and he hit me up. And he's like, bro, I got some stuff I think you would like. I had no idea what it was. None. Not a feather. That's my daughter. Little pirate leaving goodies around. He's like, I got some stuff I think you'd like. I'm going to send it. And I said, well, look, I'll trade you. You send it. I'll match your value. And he was like, cool. So a blind send. And it came today. And boy, do I like it. If you've been watching the channel for any time at all, you realize that this is awesome to me. And what do I have here? So I've got a 1921 Morgan MS62. Nice coin. It's NGC. Good looking piece. This is going in my stack. I'm thrilled to have that coin. So that's super cool. Also, a seated Liberty dime. It's an 1877 one dime, but it is a Carson City. Below the bow, you can see a CC. Not the greatest shape, but it doesn't even matter. It's a Carson City. That is phenomenal. And, you know, this is one of those pieces, like, I wouldn't grade this at all. It's very cool because it's a Carson City. I'm actually in the process, and you guys didn't know this, but I'm in the process of trying to collect an entire sleeve, a tube of 50 Carson Cities. Yes. I'm going to fill a dime tube up with 50 of them. And my goal is, I want nicer ones than this, but to get them as cheap as possible. I want to shout out DJ's Coins and Collectibles because he hooked me up. I got all of these for a steal of a deal. And right now, my average is like $6 a coin. And that is an incredible spot. So I'm trying to put 50 of these together in a tube and have an entire roll of seated dimes just hanging out. Because I'll tell you what, at bare minimum, these are $10 a piece coins. And they're probably closer to 20 a piece, to be perfectly honest. So you put together a dime roll of seated dimes that are 150, 160 years old. And guess what? That roll is probably going to be worth $600 or $700, and it's probably going to go up $50 or so a year from now until, who knows, forever. So that is my new challenge numismatically, is I will be stacking seated dimes. Very cool. So this CC is now cream of the crop for this stack of seated dimes. So thank you, Aaron. You rock. I appreciate you watching, supporting. And honestly, it was like Christmas doing that. Getting a box in the mail. Didn't know what it was going to be. Turned out to be a couple awesome things. You know, I am weird that I feel funny when people send me things. Like, I'd rather do trades with people. If you want to do a trade, send me an email. piratestacker@gmail.com. Don't even tell me what you're sending. I'll match you value-wise. I will send you something cool back. So I'm totally down for that. It was a lot of fun, and so was that. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. We will see you next time. Pirate out. Arg. Hey, you. Psst. You still there? Hey, if you're still watching, you remember when you go to the movie theaters and the Marvel movies at the end of credits, they would have like a secret film behind the film? Yeah. Well, this is just like that. This is what's happening. I'm giving away a 2-auto furnace. I'm going to show a picture right here. Boom. I'm giving that away with some other loot next week, Wednesday. From now until then, you need to comment on the video. If you comment on every video from now till then, you've got a shot at winning that furnace. Now, let me give you one more tip. I don't know how long I've been doing these after credit deals, but you might want to take a look and see when they started. That's all I'm going to say. Pirate out.